reflection of the decisions and the actions that you've taken prior to today. Right? So today I'm going to share with you an opportunity, an invitation. Somebody invited you to take a look at Take Shape Life. Maybe it's to see the program, maybe it can help you get healthy. Maybe it's to see about the business, maybe you can help other people get healthy. And I hope to answer 3 questions. Who are we? What do we do? And does it make sense for you? Does it make sense for your life, your family, what you want to create? And so first thing, a lot of people here Take Shape for Life and the MetaFast. By the way, show of hands, how many of you have heard of MetaFast before? It's been around for 30-some years. Okay. And they automatically they think weight loss, because that's the first big transformation that we help people with, is getting to a healthy weight. Critical. But we're not a weight loss company. We're an optimal health company. There's a big difference. So let's talk about what is optimal health. Optimal health is, for us, 3 key areas where you have balance in these 3 key areas. We call it the trilogy of optimal health, and it's healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. And we have found that when you try to help somebody work on just one area, but you don't include support in the area of healthy mind, could somebody's level of stress be so high that it affects their sleeping? Yes or no? Could that affect their ability to exercise and their desire to exercise and get out of bed in the morning? Yes. Could that affect their earning potential? Yes. Yes. Could them getting sick and not being able to go to work a lot? Could that affect? It's all connected. So today, we're going to talk about how we approach creating balance in those 3 areas. And I'll start with me, because I was 13 years ago completely out of balance. If I were to give myself a score on 1 to 10 for my healthy body, my physical body, well, I was 37 years old. I wasn't sick. I wasn't taking medication, but I definitely wasn't healthy. I had back pain, knee pain. I was terrible sleeping, keeping my girlfriend up with snoring all night. My BMI was 32. Anything over 30 is what? Obese. I was obese. I had a family history of overweight, cancer, diabetes, heart disease. I didn't have it yet. But in this picture, I was 37. My dad had his first heart attack when he was 41. So I knew that if I didn't change, it was only a matter of time, right? So, me, like many people in America, going out there, I exercise more and eat less. I'm going to exercise more and eat less. So I started dieting, tried numbers of them, food combining, vegetarianism, eating for my blood type, Ayurvedic. It's a couple I won't even mention because I'm embarrassed to say that I actually tried it. And if I ever lost 5 or 10 pounds, I always gained back 10 or 15. I never lost more than I could keep off for more than usually a month or so. So, after trying so many diets and failing, I figured maybe it's my exercise. I've got to start exercising better. Because I hadn't been doing it. I was behind a desk, I had my corporate job, it was a mucky-muck, I had a big title, and I was at a big company, it was going public. Busy, 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 and I think part of my focus, part of my problem was I was so focused on my career, the healthy finances, that I put aside my time for surf, my time for my family, my time for the things that made me happy, and then my depression was go for food. Because I wasn't happy, I wasn't fulfilled. And so I said, okay, it's got to be exercise. I haven't been exercising as much, I'm not as young as I used to be, I'm in my 30s now. So I went out and I hired a triathlon coach. And I trained 5 days a week for a year. And I hadn't done triathlons in 5, 6 years. I can't remember how long. But I went out and I did 3 triathlons. I was really proud of myself. But the problem was, in 1 year of dedication and spending $300 a month to my trainer, I lost only 3 pounds and $3,600. And I was frustrated because that's the reason I hired him. Because I want to get in shape. I want to feel better about myself. I want to feel better when I walk a flight of stairs. So I realized that he told me, he said, let's look at your food journal, Greg. We got to look at your diet here. So I did the diary. Who's ever done the diary? You write down everything you eat for a week or whatever. So I did the diary, so I gave him my journal, and he looked at it and he goes, man, you could really eat healthy food. He goes, the problem is, you're on the sumo wrestler diet. I said, what? He said, well, you eat really quality, healthy food. There's no junk food, no alcohol, mostly organic. The problem is you're eating 1 big meal a day. That's what the sumos do. They wake up in the morning, they have green tea, they work out, they train all day, they have a big meal, and they go to bed. They wake up in the morning, have green tea, starve themselves all day, work out, have a big meal, go to bed. That's the formula for gaining weight. So how many of you know somebody who's exercising like crazy and skipping meals to cut back on their calories, and they're going to the gym 5 days a week and they're not happy, they're not getting results? Now you have a story to tell them. They are on the sumo wrestler diet and they probably don't even know it. So for me, I had to make a shift. And what the shift was for me is Dr. Anderson, our medical director. He said, Greg, I got an idea for you. How about you have 5 or 6 smaller meals? And I go, that's what my trainer told me like 2 years ago, but I'm not going to spend my whole Sunday afternoon cooking food for the whole week. It's just not, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat the same thing 5 days in a row. I'm just not going to do it. And he goes, well, what if I gave you 5 of your 6 meals and they were ready to go, medically engineered to be perfect nutrition for your body to make sure you protect your muscle, but you don't lose any muscle, but you just burn body fat. I said, that could help, because I don't have time to cook 6 meals a day. He goes, great, can you make 1 meal a day? I go, yeah, I'm already doing that. He goes, all right, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, and we're going to have these other 5 or 6 meals to keep your blood sugars balanced throughout the day, and let's see what happens. So I said, what have I got to lose? Tried everything else under the sun, might as well give it a try. So I got in the program the first week, I lost 8 pounds. First month, I lost 28 pounds, 30 pounds, I can't remember. 28, no, 30. 30 the first month, 28 the second month. So within 2 months, I lost 48 pounds. And I felt great. The snoring was gone, the energy was back. I'm feeling like fitting into my clothes back from college. And I'm thinking, man, I think I found something here. I knew right away, actually. I knew within the first week that this was something special. And because I wasn't tired, I wasn't hungry, it was really simple and easy. And I had people around me asking me all the time, my mom, my cousins, my sister, my friends at work, everyone's asking, Greg, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I said, hey, I'm doing this great program. Want to do it with me? And they said, yeah, let's do it. So we started doing it together. And so 13 years later, so there's my 10-week before and after. I lost 50 pounds in 10 weeks. Results may vary. The average typical results are 2 to 5 pounds the first 2 weeks, and then 1 to 2 pounds every week thereafter until you get to your healthy weight, and then we transition you to more of a maintenance and optimal health program. We start working on fine-tuning, how to really take you to the next level with your fitness, with your health, with everything else. And there's me and Dr. A on my 12-year anniversary, and this May, or March 5th, was my 13-year anniversary of keeping the weight off. And why? Is it because I went on a diet 13 years ago? How many of you think it's because I changed my lifestyle? I changed my attitude. I changed my relationship with food, didn't I? So that's what we're going to share with you today, is how we do what we do. But let's start with, first, a little check-in with you. I want you everyone to pull out a piece of paper or borrow one from your neighbor. I want to ask you 3 categories: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. I'm going to ask you to assess yourself. This is personal. You don't have to share it with anyone if you don't want to. But I'm going to ask you about your physical, mental, and financial health. And we're going to see how you're doing as well as where you could be doing. Okay? So here's the first set of questions. There's 6 questions in each category. This is about healthy body. And 1 is bad, 3 is poor, 5 is fair, 7 to 8 is good, and 9 to 10 is optimal. And you get to grade yourself on all these. We'll start with our weight. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being optimal, 1 being terrible, where would you give yourself right now with where you want to be with your healthy weight? Just write down that number.
Where we want to be or where we are?
I'm sorry. Thank you. Where you are. Okay. Where you are right now. What's your current weight score? Then let's do your eating habits. How healthy are your eating habits? Are they optimal? Are you eating 5 or 6 meals, drinking your water, making sure you're getting all the nutrients your body needs? That's 10. 1 is McDonald's 3 times a day. Physical activity. How active are you? 10 is optimal. 1 is terrible. 5, 6 is in the middle. How about your sleeping? How good is your quality of sleep? Are you getting a good restful night's sleep? 7 to 8 hours, depending on your male, female. 10 is optimal. 1 is terrible. Relaxation. This is your time for you to go inside, maybe do some meditation, some prayer. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing there? Relaxation. And last is your environment, your work and your health and your home environment. How healthy and safe is your environment? Is it supporting you or is it toxic? Right? Somebody who's working in a coal mine, it's a part of your environment to be in and stay healthy. Okay, now add up those scores. The maximum could be 10 in each, which would be 60. Add up what your score was and then write it down. All right, let's see. Are you doing it in your head? Wow, she's good. All right, here we go. Let's go to number 2, healthy mind. She's got a healthy mind. She couldn't do it without a healthy mind. All right, now let's look at your relationships. Most of your relationships, are they optimal and nurturing and supporting? Or do you have a lot of toxic people in your life? How about your attitude at work? Do you enjoy what you do? Do you like the people you work with? Give yourself a score there, 1 to 10. Meaning and purpose. Do you feel like you're making a difference on this planet? Do you feel like you have an impact? Are you making a positive difference? It's really important. Significance. Spiritual time, on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you give yourself right now? Do you have time for connecting with nature, going to church, prayer, meditation, the things that keep you connected to spirit? Community service. Are you giving back? What's your score there on a 1 to 10? Do you feel like you're reaching out and helping others in need? Doing things that help your community? And last but not least, fun. Hobbies, things you love to do. For me, it's surf, snowboard, travel. What do you do? Do you have that in your life, or is that on your bucket list someday when you retire and you save enough money, then you'll do it? What are your hobbies? So what's your score there, 1 to 10? Now, add those up. Again, the maximum will be 60. That's 10 in each category. What's your actual score? And write that down. And then finally, let's do the healthy finances. I just tell you this, when I first started this journey 13 years ago, my finances were so bad, I didn't even want to look in that closet. There was $100,000 with credit card debt, high interest, 17, 18, 25% interest. And I felt I just lost my job, got laid off from my big muckety-muck corporate job, unemployed after 9/11, no one's hiring. And I was like, oh man, what am I going to do? So this may be hard for some people to look here, but it's important. Would you agree? Healthy finances?
Yes.
So what's your score? First, this is your attitude, your abundance. How do you think about, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how abundant are you, or how much in scarcity and survival are you? That would be 1, scarcity. Optimal is abundant. Resources to minimize stress. Do you have enough money to take care of your basic needs, your necessities? 10 would be optimal, 5 would be medium, 1 would be terrible. Money management, that's where I was terrible. I was a spender, not a saver. I didn't even balance my checkbook. I just, at the end of the month, hope there wasn't any overdraft fees. So what's your score there? I would have given myself like a 3 or a 4 for money management, really bad. Money to do what you want. That means that you have more than enough, you saved enough money that you can actually do some of those things that you want to do. And resources to create experiences. That would be like your ability to go and take your family somewhere, do something exciting with people, create memories, do something that's going to have that, like, I'll never forget that trip. I'll never forget that journey we did, Those kind of things. What's your score there on a scale of 1 to 10? And then finally, community contribution. Are you in the place where you have more than enough that you can give back to society? You can give back to your community. You can donate to the church. You can donate to causes that matter to you. What's your score there? Now add those up, and the max again is 60. And then whatever your score is, we're going to calculate it right now. We're going to see where does that put you. Now, who's heard of Gallup polls? Right? Almost everyone. They did the most exhaustive research on these 6 categories, these 6 elements in these 3 categories to find what's called a well-being score. The well-being score is how balanced are you in those 3 areas: healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to calculate your cumulative score. So you need to add those 3 totals up. Remember, we're going to have you add up the totals. Now add those together. So maybe you had a 30 or 35 for healthy, body, and like a 50 for healthy mind. That's 85. And let's say your finances were 20, so you're 105. So that would be your total score, 105.